Greetings and welcome to another cigar review from Superdan. Today we're going to take a look at the Tabak Especial Dulce and Robusto. This 5x54 stick infuses the ultra-rich Nicaraguan tobaccos with the finest coffee essences from the fertile mountains of Jinotega and Matagalpa. It's offered in two varieties, Negra, a dark, rich Maduro broadleaf cigar, but we're going to look at this one called the Dulce, a smoother shade grown Connecticut smoke. This cigar promises to have a creamy coffee taste that tastes well on the palate. Infused with fair trade Nicaraguan coffee beans, let's stop our talking and start smoking. Light her up! Hello everybody in the house, this is Superdan, dealing in the desert. December 7th, Friday night, just got off work on a very busy Las Vegas strip. Of course, the rodeo is in town. We are going to review the Tabak Especial Dulce and Robusto size. It is Drew Estate's other coffee-infused cigar. Way looking forward to reviewing it. I've already smoked quite a few of them. Very much a competitor to the Isla Del Sol Drew Estate's coffee-infused cigar that we smoked in an earlier review. We're not there yet. It's at my car. I will say my experience has been it's kind of a creamier smoke than the Isla Del Sol. Creamier, a little bit, not as smooth of a ride though, I don't think, as the Isla Del Sol. A little bit spicier than the Isla Del Sol. Yeah, so, like creamy coffee with the Connecticut wrapper. I also have the Negra side of the Tabak Especial too, and we'll review that later. So I'll get back to you guys when I get to the car. Oh yeah. All right, so we're on top of the Planet Hollywood parking garage, actually in Las Vegas, and we're about to smoke ourselves a Tabak Especial, still in the wrapper, cigar with the Dulce Connecticut wrapper, Nicaraguan Selva Negra bean coffee infused with Nicaraguan binders and fillers. A very tasty, excellent smoke, and a great smoke for gifting too because of this mild nature. Lots of people like coffee. It's a good introduction cigar that I highly recommend for friends and family who are interested in smoking cigars but don't want to go full on hardcore right away, I guess you could say. No two cigars are equal, and no two infused cigars are equal. I got a free batch of 5 Tatiana coffee infused cigars, and they were not good, but they were free, so I can't complain too much. And I'd smoked them, but they're not even close in the competition between the Isla del Sols and the Tabak Especial. So, without any further ado, let's get this out of the wrapper. Let's get it going, and then we'll continue from there. All right. So as you can see, this has a fuzzy foot on it. You see that? Fuzzy foot. It's kind of fuzzy. It's cute. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a cute little feature of this cigar. See if I can get a better view of this cigar thing. Hold on, I'll be right back. I want to get some good light on it. There you go. See? Now you got a good shot on it. And here's the foot. It says Dulce on it. Tabak Especial. And if you see right here, it says Hecho de Mano. Where does it say that? Hecho de Mano. Yeah.
Well, anyways, made by hand. All right, so let me get this cut, get this lit, and let's get into it. I smell creamy coffee. Here we go. All right. Well, first of all, with the wrapper on the head, it's a dual wrapper. Obviously, it's got a wrapper on the band and a wrapper on the head. Normally, I don't have problems with the upper head wrapper if it comes off nicely, and it did. It came off very well, not glued hard at all, didn't rip anything out. It looks good, but I could take it or leave it. You know what I mean? The fuzzy foot is just a fuzzy foot. It's just an addition to the cigar. The cold draw was creamy coffee. The smell was creamy coffee. And the taste is spicy coffee. Like if you put tons of cream in a cup of coffee, maybe a little bit of sugar, and a little spice. That's what I'm getting from this cigar. Very tasty. Enjoying it. It's a good cigar. It's advertised as smooth and creamy. I'm getting the creamy. I don't really think it's that smooth. Not as smooth as the Isla Del Sols, but it is definitely, I think, not rough, but rougher than the Isla Del Sols. Great smoke output. Nice draw to it. Not tight, not loose. Good burn line. Construction's awesome. Drew Estates always makes quality cigars. Always happy with them. So at this point in time, I'm going to start driving home. I'll be smoking a little bit more into this yummy cigar. This would go great with a cup of coffee or some type of creamy drink, I think. Yeah, definitely spicier than the Isla del Sol's. Mild to medium body. It's advertised as. I think it's like mild to weak medium if it ever reaches that. In Superdan's opinion, with the strength. Yeah, so we'll smoke it for about 10-15 minutes, see what develops, and Superdan will be right back with the cigar review of the Drew Estates Tabak Especial Dulce coffee infused cigar in Robusto size, which Superdan enjoys very much because Robusto size is about a 45-minute to an hour smoke typically, and it's a nice size, not too short, not too long of a smoke. Anyways, I'll be right back. All right, Superdan's back. How y'all doing? Miss me? We're about a half inch in, I would say. Trying to get out of Las Vegas here and get on the freeway so Superdan can head on back to the Chateau de Superdan. We are smoking the Tabak Especial. I don't know if the lighting's that good, but Tabak Especial Dulce and Robusto. I will say that if you like a creamy, spicy, coffee-infused cigar, this is for you. In the mild to weak medium range, this is for you. Excellent smoke, excellent construction. The draw is just right. How Superdan likes it, not tight, where I feel like I have to suck a golf ball through a hose, and not loose like I'm sucking a car pipe. No, it is perfect, right in the middle. I'm trying to get out of here. Boy, it's busy. Busy. I know what I was going to say now. Oh, there's a big line to get out of here, too. Oy. All right. Well, it is what it is. Traffic. I will say that we are getting towards the end of the year. This is, I think, review number 12, if I'm not mistaken. I want to do one, maybe two more reviews by the end of the year. That's my goal. We'll see if I meet that goal. But at the end of the year, we're going to do the Cigar of the Year. The Superdan Cigar of the Year. Isn't that exciting? And I will be giving away a cigar. Don't know which cigar I'm going to give away, but I will give away a premium cigar. And I'm going to do it differently than I did last time. Last time, I gave a cigar away. It was a contest. Whoever could answer the question first won it, and a good viewer won that cigar by naming the cigar that JFK liked to smoke, the H. Upmanns. So this time it's going to be different, but I will let you know what it's going to be at that video at that time, and we'll go from there. So keep watching. We'll be smoking further down this brown coffee infused pole of deliciousness, and we'll be right back. All right, so we're on the freeway. Superdan is smoking the Tabak Especial Dulce and Robusto. We're about an inch in. Still getting those same delicious flavors of creamy, spicy coffee. I wanted to talk a little bit about one of my biggest heroes. As I get older, I admire this man more and more. One of my biggest cigar smoking heroes, Winston Churchill. I don't know if you listen to the Cigar Authority podcast. It's biggest, like, most well-known, I guess, popular cigar podcast, and they just talked about a lot about Winston Churchill because they interviewed his great grandson, I think it is, yeah, and he's head of the Winston Churchill Society. Here's Winston Churchill is a guy who lived to be 90 years old. Every day he smoked approximately 10 cigars, drank in the morning, drank in the afternoon, drank in the evening. Rarely was he ever sober, and he lived to 90 years old. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that? Most of the cigar smokers I know live a long time. George Burns. Look how long he lived. So there's definitely, I believe, a correlation between stress and long life. And I think stress is definitely the biggest killer. It creates the most maladies. And I think cigar smokers are able to alleviate a lot of stress by smoking cigars. That's just Superdan's personal opinion. Anyway, people don't give this guy enough credit. If you haven't seen The Darkest Hour, the movie that just came out about Winston Churchill, played by played by Gary Oldman, who did a fantastic job as Winston Churchill. You should see it. Excellent movie. And it took place in 1940, during the darkest time. This was a time when Germany pretty much almost took over the world. Hitler's forces pretty much conquered all of Europe and was just, was bombing Britain, trying to bomb Britain into submission. But with Winston Churchill's leadership, he showed how he was able to form a resistance and, fought to the end and eventually overcame it. I'll tell you something. If it wasn't for Winston Churchill, life would be a lot different, I promise you, because if Germany was able to come to a conclusion with Britain and took over Britain, what a different world we would live in, for sure. Different world. Because they wouldn't have had to fight a two-front war, first of all. America certainly wouldn't have gotten involved. Germany would have easily have overtaken Russia. Remember, Germany was so close to Moscow that they could see it with binoculars. But they eventually got grinded down by a two-front war. But at any rate, this is all, historical revisionism. We all know what really happened. But we all know what happened because of Winston Churchill. So, anyway, I just wanted to mention the old geezer who fought for freedom. His big thing was fighting for freedom instead of turning towards dictatorship, authoritarianism, and monarchy. And here's the ironic thing. At the time, Winston Churchill could smoke a cigar anywhere at any time. Now, I hear Britain's smoking laws are so strict, or even way stricter than the United States. So, I think if Winston Churchill was alive today, he would have to wonder what he was fighting for, because he would probably form a resistance with the freedom of smoking. But that's another debate for another time. At any rate, we're about 1.5 inches down on the Tabak Especial, and I don't think there's going to be a lot of flavor changes to this cigar. Still getting the creamy, spicy taste, and we're going to keep rolling with it, and I'll be back. All right, well, we're getting close to the band. I think I'm going to make this a quick one and end the review here and give out the numbers. I would like to give a big shout out to Trooper 97. He has a YouTube channel of poker and coffee drinking mostly, but a very entertaining channel. Been around a long time. Check it out. It's called the Trooper 97. Shout out to him. Shout out to Lee Mac. Lee Mac, I think 917. Don't quote me on that. But another, he is a cigar reviewer and pontificator. And shout out to Lee Mack, and shout out to all the new and existing subscribers to Superdan. Thank you for coming aboard, and thank you for staying aboard, all you people. I have an interesting mix of subscribers. Some people watch the plastic model reviews, some people watch the cigar reviews, and some people watch all of it. So all you guys, thank you for watching Superdan's channel. Okay, so the taste is great. I love the taste. How can you beat creamy coffee with a little bit of spice on it, with a mild to weak medium strength? This would be a perfect breakfast cigar, or a perfect cigar for drinking a sweet drink or a coffee or things like that. Taste, we're going to give it 4.5 stars for the taste. Excellent taste. Construction is what I expect from a Drew Estate cigar. Quality construction, burn line great, draw not too tight, not too loose. So construction gets another almost 4.5. We'll give it 4.3 stars for the construction. The fuzzy foot, not a huge fan of it. It doesn't bother me none, but I'm gonna knock it a little bit. I was gonna give construction 4.5, but the fuzzy foot can make it a little tricky with the initial light up. So I'll give it 4.3 stars. The price, a single one of these is a little bit more than the Isla del Sols. I think a single one of these is about, you're going to find it at approximately $5 to $5.50. So price is 4 stars. So overall, we're going to give the Tabak Especial overall 4.25 stars. Excellent job, Drew Estates. Excellent job, Tabak Especial Dulce. Later on, we will review also the Tabak Especial Negra that has a Maduro wrapper, and we'll go through that review at that point. Hey, thank you guys for watching Dealing in the Desert. This has been going mobile on this cigar review. Please, if you haven't already, click the thumbs up. Subscribe to Superdan so you don't miss anything. Click the thumbs up. Comment down below. You can support Superdan's YouTube channel with the email below off of PayPal. You can send a few bucks via PayPal. Goes a long ways towards helping Superdan do these videos. And I will catch you on the next time. Be good to one another. Cheers, fair winds and following seas. And I'll catch you guys on the next review. Cheers.